your HIIT cardio might be what's absolutely best for you. And sometimes it's nice to knock something out in 10, 12 minutes instead of walking on the treadmill for 50 or sometimes an hour plus a day, depending on what you're building for.
I think. Hey guys, when we're doing this, you guys can ask questions regarding what we're doing right now, if that makes sense, okay? We're going to be talking about macros. No, first thing is HIIT cardio and slow steady state cardio.
Yep.
I'm gonna go live too. My friend is
Oh, we're pulling in the Persian audience
Persian
from
audience.
Sean Rez over here.
Not just Persia.
Yeah.
The Prince of Persia is here.
We'll take some questions here too, but the
right, guys.
the three focused efforts of today, questions coming at him a lot: steady state cardio versus HIIT cardio, where you're at, what are your goals, what's the nutrition he's got you set up on, et cetera, genetic freak versus genetic limitations, where does hard work play in, how does your plan map out. He's so bossy, he wants me to look at this camera.
Camera
But-
one, camera two,
but
camera
I'm-
one, camera two.
Listen.
You don't know that one. Wayne's World.
I know. Well, I've been off. I've been off a little while. And then, what's our third question? Since you're,
I don't know if they heard the first one. First one.
First one: steady state versus HIIT cardio. The importance of where you're at. What's your goal? Are you training to be an athlete? Are you training to get on stage like this monster? Because those cardios are going to vary. Genetic freak versus genetic limitations. That's where we came up with that question. A lot of people ask that. And then the third one is Mike.
Third one is Mona.
See,
the third one?
he has me come over here, to cover in his weaknesses.
Yes.
So,
Macros.
Macros and diet.
there we go.
That's why Mona's
I
here.
mean, he's like the diet king. I'm currently trying a macro plan, which so I've got some experience. I know his way works. Macros work as well. We'll see. I'm almost to the end. I'll give you more results here in a week or so.
Okay, so let's go with the first one.
Okay.
First one, HIIT cardio versus slow steady state cardio. Tell me, now from what I know you love HIIT cardio. Tell me about HIIT cardio for you.
Well, I mean, that was my world. So, until I met Mike, I lived in a world where everything that I did was at max effort. And then I'd get a little recovery time, and then max effort and recovery time. And he's like, hey, buddy, are we still playing football, or are we trying to make a masterpiece? I'm like, well, I kind of want to play, but ultimately we were trying to reshape a body that had been beat down by the NFL. How this question
Let me catch
came
some
about?
up real quick. Let me
Go
catch
for
some
it.
up.
Yep.
So his method of training, athletes train at 100%, or when they're doing practices, it's really the coaches that try to hold them back, because athletes will want to always go at 100, because 100 is all that is acceptable.
Well, that's what you got to play with.
In health and fitness, or in bodybuilding, or in powerlifting, in weightlifting world, it's not that. And that's where the overtraining comes into play. It's a much more 70, 80% most of the time as you work up.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to catch you guys up to the difference.
Well, yeah, because in football we really have two speeds. We have like a walk-through practice tempo, and then you have game tempo. And the truth is, if you're out there practicing, I don't care if it is a non-hitting drill, but if you're not practicing at full speed, my route timing up for the quarterback's timing, everything's got to be done precisely, but it's got to be done at max effort. Otherwise, when you hit Sunday game day, you can't potentially or possibly be ready for what that speed's going to offer you. What Mike just said is very important. I hit him up the other day because I was crushing cardio. My diet's on point, macro every single day on point, but I wasn't dropping weight. And so he asked me about, hey, well, I see your intense cardio on your IG stories every day. Why don't you just go for time? Quit trying to beat your former record from the day before. Quit trying to burn 507 calories instead of 504 calories like you did the day before. Back it off, go for time. And then what happened magically about 36 hours later after I implemented what he told me to do? The weight just starts kind of flowing off me because the stress in the body was brought down, and I could literally just burn the calories. And so I saw it in the mirror in 36 hours. But again, it started with me asking a question, and then what is your body responding to in the total stress it's under from maybe caloric deficit compared to, are we working to get on stage or a photo shoot? Or what you're actually preparing for is going to tell you what you need to do. Because I couldn't do steady state cardio every day as a player. I would need to do our sprints, which is 8 seconds max effort, recover for 32. 8 seconds max effort, recover for 32, because that was the world I lived in.
So let's try to sum this up for you guys so you understand. If you are an athlete, HIIT cardio, great for you. If you are trying to create a physique, an art piece, then slow, steady cardio is better for you. And there's a couple different reasons why. One is this. When you're trying to get ready for a show, your body will, and it's a beautiful thing, it will protect itself. So when it comes to slow, steady cardio, if you're doing 30 minutes and your body starts to protect itself, you can move up to 40 minutes. Protects itself again, you can go up to 50 minutes. As you're playing with your calories and you know where everything is. And the biggest thing about that is that you got a 12-week span where you need to take it from whatever you look like off season to completely slice and separate it on the stage. Now you don't want to go 100% when you start. You want to take your time and slowly keep going forward because it's a ladder of creating a physique. Now, there's two problems here. If you're doing HIIT cardio, when I want you to give me 100% on the weightlifting, you got one game in you. I'm sorry, I don't care how much of an athlete you are. And that's why there's football games once a week. That's why in any sports, there's a break between. And here's the problem. Most people feel, and I know you're this way, unless you don't sweat, no talking, no rest, balls out, crazy, you don't feel like you worked out. And that's true for a workout and being healthy. Creating a physique is something different. You're not going to want to slam your head against the wall every day. And you're not going to definitely want to do it 2 or 3 times a day with your workout, with your HIIT cardio. You keep going hard, your body gives out. And that's not how we're doing it for the physique world. Now, if you're doing it to be healthy, do it this way. If you're doing it because you just need to get that mindset and that energy and get into there and have a good workout, again, you're going to like doing it this way more, so stay with this. So my point of view on HIIT cardio is, again, what are you doing it for? What's the point of HIIT cardio and slow, steady state for you as a person, and what is your ultimate goal?
Yeah. Diet has everything to do with it, too, because I can have times when I have played around with what I would call maybe the experimentation mode, you know. I have done his diet almost perfectly for 12 weeks, seen great results, and followed his cardio routine, his ab routine, the diet, the workout structure routine worked beautifully. This time I'm going about it from a little different way. I'm trying to do like a 6-week crazy slice and dice, all on macronutrients where, you know, currently I'm on 120 carbs, which Mike will tell you my carbs might be normally around 600. Who knows what they're at? I love to eat. But I would tell you this, when I have been in that, power bodybuilding lifestyle, working out every day at 4 a.m. with Mike, and my macronutrients are normal, guess what? I can still do the HIIT cardio, work out with him, still sleep well, still eat well, and still get great results and kind of stay that overall athletic lean. So what are your goals? What are you chasing? And if you're ultimately after more of an athletic physique, your HIIT cardio might be what's absolutely best for you. And sometimes it's nice to knock something out in 10, 12 minutes instead of walking on the treadmill for 50 or sometimes an hour plus a day, depending on what you're building for.
I think that's one of the biggest mental thing is the slow steady is so annoying to people and the time consuming. And so that's why a lot of people don't do it. And again, you don't have to do it if you're not getting ready for a bodybuilding show or trying to create a certain physique. But don't come back to me and go, hey, listen, I'm doing everything. I'm dieting. I'm doing HIIT cardio. I'm fasting. I'm doing all this, but I still got stuff around the waist. You're hitting yourself too hard to get there.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to back away.
Absolutely. We had a Chino Prison hello here
We
a
got
few
the live
minutes
feed
ago.
going, so we got a question.
Let's see here. Lucky Luckman. I'm a gamer, but my shoulder is pain. I don't know what that means. Hello, Titan. Let's move on to question number 2, Mike, because I'm not really seeing anything of great. Michael Hearn is a legend. No, but whatever. Now it's fine.
So just to sum up, HIIT cardio and slow steady. If time permits, what your mental state is, and then again, for me, I'm a slow steady guy. He loves the HIIT cardio. If we got all the time in the world, I'm a slow steady. But both cardios should not be done all year. And I think
Agreed.
everybody missed on this. Cardio is a secondary thing. Number one is nutrition should always be on point. We'll go on that later. But cardio, for you, everybody out there, you guys ask, hey, I do fasted cardio every morning. You're setting yourself up to lose. So we'll talk
Eventually,
about that
yeah.
at another time, but just know that it's a secondary thing. It should not be done all year.